Hi guys! Welcome to eerified, where we talk about everything supernatural. I'm your host for today, Jam, and today with me I have someone very special who is the founder of eerified, GuanyGuan.
Yay!
Okay guys, just an interesting fact is that eerified is actually kind of like a sister brand of eerified. So that is why we have so much excitement from our team to welcome him.
I really didn't want to do this show. I'm very scared.
How can you not? I know you have a lot of background story that's very spiritual past experiences. So that's why I really must have him here. And you are very special because you are the first entrepreneur that's on my show, because from the past episodes it's all KOL. So today we have someone different. So probably can give something, maybe the story can relate about how to do business, in a supernatural way.
That's a different show. Pay money.
Anyway, I always ask this question before I start everything. Do you believe in anything supernatural?
Yes, very. So I used to be the one to tell ghost story back in secondary school. So like we go to all your camps and school camps and all. I used to be the one to tell a lot of ghost story. But I'm personally very religious, by the way. Until one time, a monk. So I'm a Buddhist, and a monk actually told me. I go to temple every week, and the monk actually told me, he says that, do you know that when you come to temple, you do know that temple has a lot of spirits around, and usually not very good spirits, because these bad spirits are there to hopefully gather some good merits from the people that are still alive, that are hopefully praying. And so technically, like a place like a temple is very haunted.
Okay, but it's supposed to be some places that's very sacred, isn't it?
I guess, but it sort of changed my mindset that it's like, okay, it's really scary. And then at the same time, somebody also told me, it's like, I think because people were saying like how I always tell ghost story during like temple camps or like
you tell the stories during temple camp?
Yeah, I used to scare kids a lot.
Okay.
Shouldn't have done that.
Okay, continue what you're gonna say.
So they always tell me, it's like when you tell a ghost story, the ghosts or spirits are listening, and if the story is real, they will cry. But if the story is not real, they will laugh and they will do a prank on you. And since then, because of that particular line, I've stopped telling ghost story, because I was just so terrified of A, spirits crying, and B, spirits doing a prank.
Okay, I get what you mean, but why do you have to say it when we are literally doing what you're saying?
That's why I don't want to do this show.
But yeah, actually guys, I kind of forced him to be on my show. Okay.
But so let me share my first story today. When I was young, when I was 15, I went to become a novice monk.
Oh.
So I went to a temple to become a novice monk for a month. We had to shave our head. We had to put on the robes, wake up at 5 a.m. to pray, sweep the floor. Yeah, okay. It was a very spiritual thing.
Okay, let me before you continue, I want to ask, why do you decided to go to be a novice monk actually?
Actually, I still don't know. I just nothing to do after PMR, and then I just decided to be a monk.
Okay, by the way, PMR is the new older version of PT3.
Oh shit.
So if you are a young audience, you may not know what's PMR. But anyway, very spiritual, very loyal, very good disciples. Continue your story.
Sorry, my age was showing.
Yeah, it's okay. Same.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, my age was showing. But so anyways, I went to become a novice monk. It was a 1-month program. We went to a temple. And it was a typical monk routine. So you have to wake up at 5 a.m. You have to go meditation. Then you have to clean the temple. You have to eat breakfast, 2 meals a day. And then after that, basically lights out is very, very early. lights out is as early as 9 p.m.
Okay.
Because you got to get up at 5.
Right.
So we were staying in this temple, Brickfields Temple. It was a very, very big temple. So the novice monks were at one block, and then the resident senior monks were at another block. So I remember very, very clearly because there were a few of my friends who were from the same secondary school as me, went to join this monk program.
Okay. So there's 3 of you.
3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were in the same room, and we were at one block. And there was this only one bell in the whole temple that only the chief monk can ring the bell to call the monks to come down to eat. So it's a bell that only one person can go and ring, and only when you ring, you can go down and eat.
Oh,
okay. So we were at one block, and the block that we were seated at, we cannot see the bell, but we can hear the bell. And that particular night, somehow, midnight, we couldn't sleep that night. It was just one of those nights where we couldn't sleep, so we actually went up to the rooftop to play football. We went find a ball and then we went play football.
At night?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were very young, 15 years old. Okay, we shouldn't be doing that. Okay. And then suddenly, we heard the bell ring.
At 9 p.m.
So this is like midnight already. So it's between like 12 to like 1 a.m. or something like that. Because we couldn't sleep, we were supposed to sleep, but we couldn't sleep. We wanted to play football on the rooftop. Don't tell our senior monk.
They already know.
And then we heard the bell ring, ding, 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 and then we panicked because you're not supposed to ring the bell, lah.
But is it possible for the bell to ring at this hour? Actually?
No way. There's no chance because only one person can ring the bell, and the bell is to ring for you to go eat.
Okay.
So it was midnight, and then the bell started ringing, and then we panicked. So we thought, what the hell, lah? So we went from the rooftop all the way until downstairs, and we ran towards the corridor to go and see the bell.
Okay.
So we were here, the bell was there, but we couldn't see it, but we hear it. So we went one floor down, and we ran. As we were running the corridor, it was keep like bell, 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 bell. And then when we got into our room, we opened the curtain, nothing. The whole bell was just there, still. And everybody just froze. So all 3 of us heard the bell, but there was nothing. So we can you imagine, we hear the bell.
Yeah.
We went into the room, and then when we pulled open the curtain, only we saw that the bell was like still.
Totally still.
Then after that, all of us just like,
is it possible that the wind can be as strong until it moves the bell?
That's what we tell ourselves until today, because it was like, you're talking about at least like 20-30 seconds of ringing, because we were from the rooftop, we took one floor down, and we ran across the corridor, so it was at least like 30 seconds. So dung, 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 and then we got that open, was nothing. Then after that, we all just went back to our room, and then we sat down. And the craziest part was, the senior monk came to our room, and the senior monk just said, tonight just go to sleep.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up.
So it's very crazy because like
so he heard also lah, means probably, right?
I don't dare to ask lah. Nobody dared to ask anything until he just came to our room, and then he just said, tonight you all just sleep. Then he just asked us to switch off light and close the door. And our batch was the final time they had this no worship program for juniors. Yeah.
So ever since that time, that incident, nobody have joined that thing anymore, because it's basically cancelled.
It was cancelled already. So it's only for 18 and above already. So we were the last batch. So every one of you, all the disciples
during your batch went out to play football during that night.
3 of us.
But the rest, what about the rest of the people that's still in the room? Did they hear the bell?
Some people say they heard the bell.
But some people doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, funny thing is, before we started recording, he told me that the story is not going to be scary.
It's not scary.
But how is it not scary?
It's a bit scary for me because I'm reliving this moment.
Imagine, okay guys, imagine that you are at midnight playing soccer, suddenly, you know, okay, I'm sorry, but
Yeah. It was actually
for me, like, okay, I know some people will really like bell rings sound, but for me personally, I'm not a fan of bell ringing sounds. So if I were you, I would probably peed my pants or whatever.
I think the scariest one for me was when the senior monk tells us to just sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like he knows what's up. Oh my god.
I to be very, very honest, right, at that time, I was just thinking that it was one of the juniors that was making the prank.
Okay.
I didn't expect that we were the one, like, I thought somebody just do a prank, like we were prank, but it wasn't,
So it's confirmed that it wasn't a prank from anyone, technically. Okay. It's very funny because, you know, there are a lot of people who say, okay, I have Buddhist friends and Christian friends, and also, of course, Muslim friends. So every time I always hear people say when they go into a church, a temple, or mosque, they always have this feeling of peace, you know, silent and peace. But the fact that you just said that your chief monk actually told you that all this sacred place, or maybe the temple only, is one of the most haunted area, is just baffles my mind.
But it makes sense, right?
I mean, yeah, but okay, just a question. What can these spirits do when they're like, how they're gonna get the pahala from them?
Yeah, because the concept of it is that you do good things, you go to the temple or you go to your spiritual place and you share your merits with the beings that have passed away. Hopefully they are reborn in a better place, or hopefully they become better and they go to heaven or something like that. So because of that, they gather there to receive your merits.
Okay, so did you actually ask your chief monk, was there any like supernatural things that happened in the
no lah, I don't dare lah. Then suddenly he tell me ghost story, will be quite crazy.
I mean, okay, wow, okay. I didn't expect it because he said it's not scary, but I actually got goosebumps. So, and I mean, you say you have 2 stories, right?
I do.
Okay. Before you go to a second story, I'm just gonna say something. Okay, so because today I myself don't have much stories, so instead of me telling stories, probably we can discuss something about like beliefs and myths, you know, in the supernatural world. So, have you actually heard about hungry ghost months? For the people who are not familiar with what hungry ghost months is, it's technically a month in the Chinese beliefs where spirits will come out during this period, and a lot of people who is of Buddhist or Taoism beliefs will actually go to the streets and then they will burn like joysticks and then like any paper offerings to like technically serve the spirits on the road, right? On anywhere lah. So what I heard is that because we will put offerings such as like suiko, I mean fruits and all. So what I heard is that after you offer the offerings, right, when you actually eat the fruits, actually it's tasteless. Have you heard of that before?
I have not, I will not eat the food that we use to pray.
No, because I heard that some people say that it's a blessing actually if you eat it. But I'm not very sure about the fact, but that's what I heard a lot, is that you eat let's say you put an orange to offer during that period. So after like one day you go and take back the orange and you actually eat the orange, it's actually tasteless. That's what I heard. But there's also a science to it, is that, or maybe what is it called? Like the taste or what? I don't know, decompose or what? I'm not very sure. If you have heard of this, please comment or send any DM to correct me or tell me more information about it.
Well, I think a few more months we can eat and do another episode. We can literally do a taste test.
Okay, then you guys have to keep supporting us, okay? Okay, that's not a good idea, but anyways, let's move on to the second story.
So I did this exchange. I did this exchange program to go to Singapore. It's also a temple program, Buddhist program. So I went to meet a bunch of very eccentric Singapore youths.
In Singapore?
Yeah, in Singapore.
Okay.
So they let us stay at So this bunch of guys, they are their words, not mine. They say that Singapore entertainment very expensive. So to entertain themselves, they go to haunted places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So there's this one time when we went over, they let us stay at like one of the very haunted chalets. They didn't tell us until we left.
Chalets, is it near the beach?
They say it's just behind the Old Changi Hospital.
Okay, I stayed there a lot of times, but anyway, continue first.
You have been.
I've not been to the hospital, but okay, for backstory is that I have a lot of relatives in Singapore. So during CNY, we will always go back to Singapore, and like our relatives from other countries will also go to Singapore because there's so many of us. Impossible to just fit us in an apartment.
Yeah.
So we will always rent a chalet near the area, which is the beach area, and also probably very close to the old Changi Hospital. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So they literally booked a place for us to go and stay. This big ass chalet. They say they always book at this particular chalet because somebody on their team has a third eye that they can see, and they say that the spirits in this house is not that fierce compared to other houses.
So this person can see the spirit. So and he says that the spirit is not fierce. So that's why they rent that place.
Yeah. So they didn't tell any of this story only until the day I left. Okay. So we arrived already, and then they let us stay at the place. They usually let me sleep there and then whatever not. And then after that, the team, they had this like a Nerf gun game, right? So it was very crazy because there were like two leaders, and then they were saying like, okay, you must, if our team win already, your loser team, you have to call us 大哥 for the whole night. So like you have to call me 哥哥 lah, you have to call me brother.
Okay.
So that's what the agreement was. If the winning team, the loser team had to tell the winning team to call 哥哥 for the whole night. And then so we went on as usual, we went to play the game, blah blah blah, hee hee ha ha. And then one of the person, the leader who said it out loud, when he was showering, he heard like people just whispering to his ears like, Kaka. And then he just kept like, guys, chill already, it's the next day, they don't know to call me Kaka already. Then he keep hearing the person say, Kaka, let's play again, Kaka. Then he was like, he at first thought it was us, like, because he couldn't recognize our voice. He thought like, oh, Malaysian fellas can recognize our voice or whatever. Then he just kept hearing, Kaka. And then after that, he just ran out of the bathroom. He didn't even stop shower, didn't even cover towel. He just went out. There was nobody. All of us, we were outside barbecuing. Okay. Then after that, then he wrapped already. Then he came out. Then all of us barbecue. Nothing lah.
Okay.
Then at that night, he went back to our room.
I'm scared now.
Yeah. Then the same thing happened. So we were in a room, and then he still heard people calling him Koko when he was sleeping.
Oh my.
Then after he got up on the lights and everything already, then went to go and ask the friend who has the special eye. Then the fella said, don't worry about it, just sleep. Then I still didn't know what was going on. Until the day that I left, then they say, oh, actually this house was a Japanese soldier dead already. So he's injured, his leg amputated, so he cannot move, so he died in this house. So he's sitting at that corner there.
Oh my.
So one of the family or the kids around will always kind of take care of him. So there's also a kid around the house lah. That's why I say this house is not scary.
Okay, so means like back then this soldier was in this house, and then there's the family, and what the family got a child who also take care of this soldier.
He's not sure exactly what's the story, but he just says that there is a wounded Japanese soldier, amputated already, couldn't move, so he died at that corner of the house. And so that there's a kid in the house that always comes and take care of the soldier. So that's why there's a kid in the house also.
That is why you shouldn't make bets like that, especially when you know that area is probably one of the most popular haunted places in Singapore, right?
It truly is.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
I asked my friends the same thing also. Why?
Okay.
But people still go there and stay, right?
Yeah, I already stayed there for 3 or 4 times already. Right. Okay, that's scary. No, okay, technically, that area actually is quite big. So I actually live in it's not a ghost story, but I'm just telling you how the area is actually like. So there are like areas where they have more newly built chalets, and then there are like areas where they have like much more rundown chalets.
Yeah.
And I stayed in both before. So there's one chalet that I stayed which is more like rundown one, and then during the day, right, it's very beautiful. You can see the sea every day. You can see yachts, going through, and then people running, jogging. Very beautiful. But when it goes into night, you see nothing, and that is the spookiest feeling ever. And because nearby is like pitch black, and then got a lot of like trees and all. And that's not the worst. I stayed one chalet near that area, and it's almost directly opposite of old Singapore Changi Head Hospital.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So like my chalet is here, and the hospital is here, and I can literally see the hospital from my eye. So
a lot of things from the hospital can see you also.
Stop that. But yes. Anyway, okay, not saying that that place cannot go. I mean, I've never, thankfully I've never encountered anything throughout my stay. I stayed there for a few times, all good. It's still a very beautiful place. So yeah.
Singapore tourism.
That is why there's this book called True Singapore Ghost Story. Do you remember?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Our age is showing.
Yeah, doesn't matter. This is universal. Everyone loves to listen to horror stories. Okay, anyways, do you still have any other stories? I still got, if you don't have, I have.
Please go.
Okay, it's okay. Technically, I'm not too sure if this is actually a horror, supernatural experience or not. But anyways, this happened in Taiwan. Taiwan people, if you are watching this, please don't come at me. But anyways, this happened in Taiwan. So me and my friend, we rent at this hotel, and it's actually a very, very nice hotel, very well equipped, very pretty. But the vibe is very zen. So you can kind of like imagine how the hotel is like Muji style, everything wood and all. So, and it happens to be at the corner of the room, of the floor. So when we first went in, right, we were like very happy because the room was really, really pretty. It was actually very nice. Okay, so let me tell you how the room looks like. So you open a door, there's this small walkway, like a corridor. So in this corridor, there's a cupboard where you get all the like bathrobe and all. So there's a door to go into the actual room. Yeah, so it's like a walkway, and then another room go into a walkway, then go into another room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was staying with my friend. So we were like really chill. We have any weird feelings about it. So we just like chilling, playing our phone. Suddenly, we heard bong bong bong. Then we're like, okay, because beside us is a fridge. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just the fridge, maybe like fridge got some issues and all. But then again, bong bong bong. So we were like, something feels a bit fishy, because that clearly does not sound like it came from the fridge. So another time, I remember very clearly 3 times. So the third time, boom, boom, boom again. And this time, we really, really realized that it's not the fridge, but it's actually the door that goes into the room. So it's not the main door that goes to the corridor, but the main door that goes into the room. And I don't know why at that time we actually don't feel any fear, but luckily we did not go and open the door. Imagine if we open the door.
How many people were staying?
2 of us. There's only 2 of us. And you won't believe, because the room is the prettiest room ever. But yeah, it's a corner room lah. So
Corner room in hotel is no, dude. I think if you guys don't already know, you shouldn't take corner rooms.
okay, do you actually because for Chinese beliefs, when we go into the hotel, we will actually, there's 3 things we have to do, right?
Yeah.
First, of course, knock 3 times.
Knock 3 times.
And then go in and say, I'm sorry, we are just using this space for like a few days.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I'm not too sure if it's a compulsory thing, but this is personally what I do. I will always go flush the toilet. Yes.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you actually think it's something that actually works? Or?
I mean, this kind of thing is better do than don't do lah. I think the next level above one is they tell you the slippers or the shoes also need to terbalik. Yeah, you cannot put together, right? Yeah.
To continue like very casually lah.
Restart that part.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about a story that my uncle told me while he was still alive, and it was in the toilet. Wait. Okay. Correction. I'm not sure if it's my uncle's story or my uncle's friend's story. But anyway, I will just retake this story as my uncle's story lah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So my uncle is a very handsome, fierce-looking man. Okay, just I need to let you know why. This is something quite important actually in the story. So he was in this toilet. Okay, wait, correction. Sorry, I need to restart. It's a wrong story. Sorry, correction. It's my uncle's friend's story. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to talk about this story by my uncle's friend. This is what my uncle told me while he was still alive. It's his friend's story.
Okay.
And he got 2 lah, but I see if got time I can say both or not. So my uncle's friend is this old lady, and she went into this hotel with her grandchild. So usually, you check in and you go take shower and all. So the grandmother was like, hey, ask the grandchild to go and take shower. Then the grandchild was like, cannot. I don't want to go in. Then the grandmother asked, what happened? Why you don't want to go in? Then he said like, there's someone inside the toilet. Yeah, then I was like, I cannot this. Okay, anyway, yes. So the grandma kept asking the grandson to go in to take a shower. And like, don't talk nonsense, go in and take a shower. Then he's like, no, I don't want. He insisted to not go in. Okay, I forgot what happened in the end, but yeah, he insisted not to go in because he said there's someone in the toilet. Mana tahu, but actually they just checked in. So what are the chances? But I forgot the aftermath of what happened. Okay, then it come to another story. Okay, this is my uncle's story. Okay, so my uncle is a very like handsome, strong-looking man. So he was in this hotel by himself. So he was just like sleeping at night. So I forgot what happened exactly, but it's either he heard voices, sounds from the toilet, or he heard banging from the toilet. So when the first few times he heard it, he was like, okay, he tried not to care too much about it, so he just continued sleeping and all. Then it came another time. Then he was like, okay, can you please just let me rest and like not kacau me, I'm just here for a few nights and stuff like that. But the sound kept going. So my uncle got very angry, and he went to the toilet, slammed the toilet door. It's like all the Chinese bad words come out. Blah, 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 blah. Stop kacau me. Blah, 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 blah. I want to sleep. Blah, 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 blah. And guess what? It stopped. And why I need to emphasize his face is because yeah, I think in Chinese we believe that strong-looking man, thick eyebrows, actually is a
煞气,
煞气. 煞气 is like a very strong force that can propel the unwanted things away.
Yeah.
So my uncle is exactly that. Very strong-looking. His eyes is like that. Very, very fierce-looking guy.
I mean, he can swear at and slam the door is not just strong physically lah.
So yeah, that's why. So there's a lot of there is one reason I do not dare to sleep in hotel alone.
Oh,
do you dare?
I do.
And not all.
I think I brushed it off, but 2 years ago I went to Japan alone, and one of the hotels that I was staying in was a corner hotel, and it was not a very nice hotel.
Okay.
I think at the time I booked very, very last minute, and I booked back to like an area, and I do hear a lot of voices at night, a lot. So for 2 nights, every time I try to sleep, I couldn't sleep. I would usually wait past until like the morning and I would sleep. Yeah, because I always hear like somebody keep calling me to save them or like something like that. 2 nights only.
You are alone?
Yeah. I went to travel alone.
How?
Nothing.
No, like how you brush it off? How? No, I need to know, how do you brush it off?
I really don't remember, because right, I remember that this happened, but then I keep thinking that it was a dream. So I keep thinking that no, this didn't happen. No, this didn't happen. This is a dream. Then I told my parents about it. Then I was like, I don't know why I keep hearing somebody say like save me or like don't kill me or something like that. Then my mom was like, I think maybe you should get the fuck out of this hotel.
Yeah, exactly. That was the thing I would be doing.
But that's why only on the second night, when I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. Because when it happened on the first night, I don't remember. I keep thinking it was a dream. So then anyway, I told my parents about it. My parents were like, oh bro, I think, is it a corner room? It's like, yeah, a small room, yeah, old room, yeah.
Is it tatami kind?
No.
Oh, it's not. It's just like regular modern hotel, but very old lah.
Yeah.
Okay lah. Actually, you say that you are afraid of all these things, but actually you are more courageous than I thought.
No, dude, I'm very scared. Please don't.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. I mean, why do you tell me that you only have 2 stories? There's actually more.
Time to go, guys.
Are you okay? Probably he will come back someday. Will you come back someday?
I'll come back on the Hungry Ghost Month Festival to eat the fruit.
Okay, so if you guys really want to see this challenge, you guys must always remember to support eerified. And once again, if you have any stories, you can share it to eerified IG. Just DM us directly and please specify that if you want your name to be revealed or you wanted or you just want a nickname. Sorry, I terkejut already, so I gelabah already. Okay, anyway, thank you Mr. GuanyGuan for coming.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so hopefully the next time we will have more personal experience from you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, anyway, thank you guys and stay safe.